Hi guys, welcome to Cognitive Hub Talent Tutorials. In this video, I am going to explain about one more component in Talent Studio, which is nothing but a T-file input XML, which is mainly used to load the data present in the XML file in our local system to the component in the Talent Studio. And also in this video, I am also going to explain about how to load the data from a XML file and printing it in our console. Now, without wasting any time, let's dive into the topic. Okay guys, so first of all what we need to do is we need to create a new job here. So go to the repository panel in the left side of the designer tab and right click on the job designs and click the create job here. So you need to fill up all the three fields here, name, purpose as well as description for the best practice. So for the name, what I am doing is a loading XML file, the name I am giving. So usage of T file input XML, as well as description is loading contents from XML file. So once you are done with all the completion of three fields, then click on the finish button here. So once you are done with this, directly the job will be opening in the designer tab itself. So the first thing we need to do is we need to insert a component here. So again, there are two ways of inserting a component. One is directly you can search it here, you like a T file input XML, or you can also click on the designer tab and write the T file input XML here. So here also it is showing a warning by default. One is no schema has been defined yet, and this component should have output links, and the another one is mapping should have been done for the JSON and as well as XML paths. So first thing what we need to do is, if you want to rename the component here XML path, so go to the view tab under the component tab. So just in the label format, remove the unique name here. So write the name whatever you want. I am writing it as load XML content. So this is the name I am writing. So whatever the data, whatever the name that you have given here in the label format, it directly reflects in the designer tab component here. So again, click on the component here, go to basic settings, and then you need to configure the path here. So I already written some basic XML file here. Here the root is the main tag and the row is the sub menu, and here the column names are price ID, price name and price value. So for each row the product ID, product name and price will be different, and this is a recursively, it will keep on iterating. So what it will do is, so we need to configure the path here for the sample XML. So for that, what I am doing is I am going to the path. So XML path here, I am storing the path here. So what we need to do is we need to configure the loop XPath query as well. So for that, what we need to do is we need to go to the XPath query, like we need to go to the sample XML file, and we need to identify what is the loop which we need to write in the loop XPath query. So for what you need to write is whatever the until the tags which will get iterated, like here the row for each row it will get repeated, right? So what you need to write it, you need to write the main tag slash the sub tag. So for this, what we need to write is, so just remove this one in the double quotes, write slash root the main tag slash the row is the next tag which will get iterated. So for each row we will get the some info, so that is why we written root slash row. So if you have another subtags in another multiple subtags inside the row, then you can mention it mention it like a slash root slash row slash some subtype 1, like that. So another thing is column value mapping. So mapping will be done based on the schema. So for that, first we need to edit the schema for it. So I am doing the schema manually. So I am giving the name as product ID, and it is a number. So I am giving it as integer, and second value is product name, and it is a string. I am leaving it. And third one is price, which is also integer. So I am changing the data type into integer. So once it is done, I am just copying it for the further purpose. So I am saving it. Okay. So once you are done with the schema, then the mapping table will retrieve all the column values which is present in the table, like editor schema. So these are the columns that is present in the schema. So we need to configure the XPath query. Whatever the values that is present in the XML file that we have here, the column values are price ID, product ID, product name, as well as price. So we need to write those values in the XPath query for each respective product, like a column value. So for the column value of product value, the name is product ID itself, and for the product name itself. And for the price itself. So once you are done writing all the XPath queries and all the column values, you are good to go. So what are the components that is needed for XML component is done. So I am just saving it. Now it is showing a warning, so which is nothing but it should not have it is not having any output links. So we need to write some output links. So for that, what we need to write is to print the output, to print the data in our console, we need to insert a tlogRow component here. So I am inserting tlogRow component. So I am changing the mode to table here. So right clicking on the load XML content component row. Here I am clicking on the main content, which will carry the data to the other component. So I'm connecting it to the next component. So automatically the error warning message gets removed. I am good to go. So I am saving it, and I am going to run tab. I am clicking the run tab here. So it is loading. So if error occurred, like loading. Okay, price cannot be resolved to a variable. Let me check what is the main error. The error is you need to mention the XPath query in the form of strings. So you need to insert the values within the double quotes. So I am changing that. So again I am saving it. So again I am going to run tab and running the job. So if everything goes good, then it will print. So here in the XML file we will be having two rows here. One is row ID with 345 and another one is row ID with 546. So that is the data which is present here itself. So 345 and 546. So this is how loading the contents from XML file and printing it in our console. And if you want to store this data into some other database or some other thing, you can also do it. So I will explain those things in the later videos. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you.